Hey guys, it's Archon. Welcome to Inferno Friday. This week there were some additional changes announced for patch 1.0.8. We're going to talk about some stuff going on the live stream, and of course we'll have our weekly item giveaway. So just a couple days ago, Diablo fans data mined some information from patch 1.0.8, and then just yesterday we got the official patch notes for the new patch coming out to the PTR. My guess is on this coming Tuesday, which means we won't have the patch this Tuesday, or at least we'd have the patches a week from Tuesday, but we will have some more stuff hitting the PTR, and I'm just going to go over that with you guys and tell you what I think about it. So mostly class changes, and of the class changes, mostly life regen changes. It looks like they're trying to buff life regen, at least on the class skills. I'm curious to see if they're going to buff life regen on gear as well in the future, but right now it's just the class skills, and they're pretty much just doubling it. In good old Jay Wilson style, they're doubling it. All the life regen, double, double, double. So, for example, Barbarian's Warcry Invigorate will now regenerate 620 instead of 310. Pretty much anything that gave 310 is going to give 620 now. This one, probably the biggest change though. Inspiring Presence, the Barb passive, will now regenerate 4% of maximum life instead of 2, and will affect all party members. So everyone in your party will get 4% of their health back every second, which is pretty crazy, especially for like hardcore groups. Because our hardcore group with Mikey, we all have about 100,000 health. So that's 4,000 life regen for the whole group from that one spell instead of 2,000 for one person. So that's a pretty big change. Life regen looks like it might become more viable. Skills that give life regen might be usable again. And we already used them on hardcore, so this is just going to be awesome for us. Demon Hunter, Boar Companion, Aid Station, Brooding. I'm not reading the changes because they literally just doubled everything. Anything that gives life regen, they doubled it. Double, 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 double. Now, there were a few other changes. For example, Witch Doctor had Fire Bats changed in the last PTR patch. They made a few additional changes here. It's now going to do a ton of damage. Like a ton of damage. It cost more when you first start to cast it, but then it costs less over time, just like how Rapid Fire has always been. But instead of 180% weapon damage, it's going to be 385% weapon damage. That's over twice as much damage. It's crazy. It seems overpowered, but I guess we'll have to play around with it. I thought some witch doctors already used fire bats, but I don't know. I guess maybe they all stopped. But this looks like it's going to be a good contender for the skill to use instead of maybe zombie bears or acid cloud. It's really crazy, but maybe what they're trying to do is make it so it's good for long fights because it costs a lot of mana when you first start to cast it. You couldn't just cast it anywhere. You'd have to be attacking something with a lot of damage. Maybe on a higher MP, fire bats will be the way to go. I don't know. We'll see. And then there's a few changes to Wizard as well. Despite all the life regen changes, you can see Blood Ritual from Witch Doctors also got buffed. Again, anything that gives life regen doubled. But Ray of Frost for Wizard is getting buffed once again, so maybe there'll be some viable builds with this. And then, of course, all the skill runes that have different damages, their damage is getting buffed as well. It's just going to do a bit more damage. What is that? 65, so it's like 30% more damage. Is that right? No, not quite. Um, yeah, yeah, about 30% more damage. So we'll definitely test that out. They already buffed Arcane Torrent and Disintegrate for Wizard, and today on the live stream, which is Friday, we're going to be testing out the Disintegrate build, or Disintegrate spell, see if we can come up with a build that uses Disintegrate, and then I'll make a video about that if we do find one. But we'll probably also test out Ray of Frost. We tested out Arcane Torrent, couldn't really find anything except for that old Uber Killing build. And then of course Templar as well, getting life regen doubled. This was cool. Blazing Guardians in Act 2, Vault of the Assassin. Those guys suck, because they kill you, always. But now, damage reduced by 50%, which is pretty cool. Blazing Guardians won't be horrible anymore, and maybe Vault of the Assassin will actually be farmable once again. So if you keep scrolling down here on DiabloFans.com, you'll see the exact same patch notes. These are just the data mined ones before they were officially released. But right before that, there's a few more changes. Shrines. Shrines are changing, I think, in a good way. Experience shrines will now be multiplicative. So instead of just giving you an additional 50 or 25% experience, it'll multiply all the experience you're getting by 25%, or by 125% technically. So that's really good. A lot better for people with when you have the stacks and everything that's on higher MPs. That's going to be really awesome. So buff to XP shrines, and then I don't know why it took them so long to do this, but fortune shrines will stack past the 300%. So if you have 100 Paragon, Fortune Shrines aren't going to be useless anymore. They'll actually give you an additional 25%, which isn't much because it's additive, unlike the Experience Shrines. But they said maybe in the future the Fortune Shrines will be multiplicative as well. And then, as you guys know, they've been changing the mob density in Acts 1, 2, and 4 to kind of be competitive with Act Three's mob density, and they made some additional changes. So if you'd already done some testing or you'd watched our Act 1 route, here are the changes they've made since then. I don't think it affects our Act 1 route. If you haven't seen the video, I made a video last week just talking about, actually I guess earlier this week, talking about a good route for farming that might be competitive to the Act 3 runs that you're used to, and there's a good Act 1 run that we came up with, and I think it's still the best Act 1 run I've seen. We tested the changes that they've made, and they're not substantial. Still need to test Whimsyshire and see if that seems a lot better. But yeah, you can read through those. There's some other blue posts this week as well. Those were just the ones that I thought were interesting. I just wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about what's going on the live stream this week. If you watched my video last week, you know we've been building a charity set on the stream. We've actually been building 3 charity sets, 2 on US, 1 on EU, all with donated gold. The 3 sets combined are worth like 15 to 20 billion gold. So we were able to raise a lot of gold. And you guys can have a chance to win that if you want to help out with our charity raising efforts. So if you come on over to the live stream, there's a link in the description below. There'll be a place in the description where you can donate to Extra Life. The money goes straight to Extra Life. It never comes to me or any account that I have access to. You just send it straight to Extra Life using our page, and it gets tracked right on there as long as you leave a message saying your Twitch name and your server. For every $5 you donate on there, you'll get 1 raffle ticket, and tomorrow, which is Saturday at noon, we will draw a winner. So tomorrow morning I'll be making a spreadsheet with all the entries, and then we'll pick a random number. That person will win the set. And again, we're going to have 3 giveaways. So 1 person on EU, 2 people on US. The EU set's worth like 5 bill. The US set's worth probably like 8 and 4 bill. I'm not exactly sure because we collected a lot of gold, but we were spending it as we were collecting it. Anyways, really nice sets. And you could win. You could be like one of the best geared people in Diablo, and you could help us raise money for charity. So this is kind of like last call. If anyone wants to buy raffle tickets, $5 donation to Extra Life on the live stream. So also on the live stream, Neverwinter. I don't know how I hadn't heard about this game earlier. Scratch that. I heard about the game. I don't know why I didn't look into it earlier. It's an action RPG MMO that's going into open beta next week. About a week from now, it's going to go into open beta, and it looks crazy good. It's more of an MMO than an action RPG, but it is an action RPG. And as I've said recently on the live stream, I'm thinking about focusing more on action RPGs in general than just Diablo. Don't get me wrong, I'll always be playing Diablo. It'll probably always be my #1 game, but I really want to work in some more action RPGs because a lot of good ones are coming out, and a lot of you guys are interested in them. Neverwinter is one of those action RPGs, and I've decided to do a 36-hour live stream on the 25th and 26th. So the open beta for Neverwinter starts April 30th, but you get early access if you buy the Founders Pack. So I'm going to do it. I'm going to stream 25th, 26th, 36 hours, see how high level we can get to. So if you guys want to check out Neverwinter, make sure, mark that in your calendars, 25th, 26th, watch Archon play Neverwinter for 36 hours. Okay, so that's all about that. I think you guys should check out Neverwinter if you haven't yet, though. Now we're going to do our weekly set giveaway. So last week's winner was Gundin Wow. Not sure if I'm saying that right, but Gundin Wow wanted the Zuni's Pox. It's this right here with 9 attack speed. Now you might notice this isn't the Zuni's Pox I showed last week because I accidentally used it in a set we were building, not realizing it was for the YouTube giveaway. I apologize, but this one's very close. You even get 11 maximum damage on there. So Gundin Wow, congratulations. If you guys win an item on the YouTube channel, all you have to do is come on over to the live stream, let me know in chat or through a message, and then I'll have you prove it's you on YouTube and get you the item right away. I'm going to show you guys the 6 items we have this week. If one of them is an upgrade for you or something you'd like, just leave a comment below, let me know which item it is. I'll randomly pick a comment and announce the winner next week. So we have this Inna's Chest, good for a Fire Res Monk with 41 Fire Res, 95 Bite, 185 Dex. We have this Dead Man's Legacy with 19% attack speed, 6 maximum discipline, and 7% elemental arrow damage. A Boulder Breaker with over 1500 damage, 161 crit damage, and reduce the resource cost of Hammer the Ancients by 3. We have an Echoing Fury with a Socket, 162 strength, and 1146 damage. Also has low chance to fear and a high attack per second. We have a Monojuma's Carving Knife with a Socket and high damage, 947. And a Mempo of Twilight with 260 int, 79 all res, 9 attack speed, and 12% life. A really, really nice Mempo of Twilight. For not having crit, that's about as good as you can do, I think, for an int Mempo of Twilight. So again, let me know if one of those is an upgrade for you. Come stop by the live stream. We're testing the Disintegrate build today. We're doing all kinds of fun stuff every day. Just come by if you haven't sometime. We'd love to see you. Thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, please hit that subscribe button, and I'll have another one for you soon.